everybody, it's Marilyn and Lolly here. We've been pretty upset watching what's been happening in the US, in Texas especially, with your power outages. We're at the end of a heat wave and I think we're expecting another one to come in. So it might sound a little bit weird, me showing you how to keep warm if you don't have power and your house is freezing. It's pretty simple. Go with me. Up, down, Lolly. Now, first of all, you need a mattress for whatever size, whoever's going to sleep on there, however many, all right? You've seen these things, these silver sheets? So get in there and make your bed. You must have a blanket on there first. Air mattresses can be freezing, even in summertime. So always put a blanket on. Lolly wants to hop on there already, don't you, darling? And then put your silver sheet down. And once that's done, then put your sheet over the top. This is going to, by the way, keep you as warm as toast. You are going to be so warm and snuggly in this. When I built my Doberman's dog houses, I did based it on the same principle. Right, there we go. So we're just pretending that's all made up nice and neat and tidy. We've got pillows in there and whatnots and da-di-da-di-da. Okay, need some chairs. If you cannot get hold of any chairs, you can turn a table up on its side. You can use a wardrobe, a bookshelf. Be creative. If it's somebody is in bed and they cannot get down to the floor and they cannot get off the floor, then make this canopy over their bed. Make sure you have the silver, those emergency blankets. They're only a couple of dollars from your local camping store. Put one of those under them first, all right? So next step is line your chairs up. I've got 6 here. We are going to first cover this whole. Oh, doesn't that look lovely? Couldn't sleep in this tonight. We've been sleeping next to nothing with a fan going. It's been so darn hot here. Now make sure that your sheet, and it must be a sheet, on the first layer. Make sure it's touching the ground and just a little bit over. Right, so over there. There's a seam right in the middle there, so I know where to put it. Doesn't matter if it just sits on the seat. If it's not big enough to go the whole way down, it doesn't matter for now. Then we're going to drag it over this way and going to tie it on. You need to make sure these things are quite secure. So you use pegs or you could use safety pins, anything, as long as it is all covered. Okay, there you go. That's your first layer, pretty well. Now, if you're worried that the chairs might collapse inwards, then get some bags of rice and cans of something and put them on the chairs. And that will stop it all from falling in, but it shouldn't because it's still going to be very light on top. Next thing, we need to get another sheet. I'm only going to dress one side for the moment. This is just for demonstration. Okay, now this needs to touch the floor as well. And just put it over there like that. It can rest on the chairs. Okay? Right, then you will get another sheet. Look, if you're freezing to death, this is going to be great. You need to drape that down to the floor as well. And do the same. This is your entry and exit point. This area right here. This is where you get in and where you get out. Okay? Next step. Now these things here are called First Aider's Choice Thermal Rescue Blanket. You can get them in so many places. Red Cross sells them. I got them from Officeworks. It's a local store here in Adelaide for $3.60 each. So you unpeel a few of those. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to tell you why this sheet is on here, why you've got this sheet over here, right? Touching the ground the whole way around. That is because when you climb in, your breath is going to be causing condensation. So this sheet is pretty well going to absorb that. Plus you need a layer between the sheet and this. Do you ever watch those movies, the series like 911 and shows like that on TV, where they wrap the poor victim up in one of these shock blankets? Well, they wrap them up in that, but they don't take the wet things off. They leave whatever they've got on, because you need a layer between this and your body. Okay? Right. So you need this. That's pretty big. That's nearly 2 meters wide. So you get lots and lots of these. 5 to 6 would be enough to do this. So I could take that right down to that side down there. Over to the back, that will fit right down the bottom there. And then I can open up another one. Here we go. They say you only use these once, but if you're careful, you can just roll them up and use them again. Put them away for next time. But being so cheap, it wouldn't matter. I mean, when I was nursing, we never ever used anything like this. And I nursed in a lot of areas. But they do work. I'm getting hot already. Okay? So there goes another one. Over the top of that one. And that's going to touch the ground as well. And if you want to make sure that it doesn't blow off, put a little bit of cellophane, bit of sticky tape on it. That'll hold it together. Okay, that can be loose. But this framework here must be fairly tight and secure. Okay, so say you've got all that covered in. We'll just put one more on. Just so you can see a little bit more from the front. And just be gentle with these things. They're very light. And I would suggest that when you're finished rolling it up, it'll fit into a sandwich block bag. In other words, a little Ziploc bag. There we go. So if you had 5 of these, and make sure that you've got another sheet here to go down that side, all the way to the floor. And this must be all the way to the floor as well. Right. There you go. It's holding there pretty well, okay. So you've got your sheet under there first to absorb any condensation. You've got your silver alfoil on top. I had one more there. I'll stick one more on there. Let's go the whole hog. No, I've got 2 more. Excellent. And I will reuse these again. I'm a great one for reusing stuff. I'll wash my plastic bags and reuse them over and over again. Oh, I don't think I'll be able to get inside this thing. So don't forget, if you have someone in a bed that cannot get out of that bed, then you can get some broomsticks. Okay, let me show you this quickly. You've got a curtain rod that you could strap with cord across to hold that in place. It will give you a little bit more support. In a bed, strap a broom handle to each leg, and you can actually put that, drape everything over the top of that poor person that cannot get in and out of bed. Alright? You have to think creatively. If you don't have enough sheets, you have curtains. Drag them off and use them. I mean, you could be talking about lives here. This is really, it's really terribly, terribly serious. Okay, now, we've pretty well got it covered, haven't we? Doesn't that look fantastic? And if you've got children, they're going to absolutely love this, but you will not have to be running out to your car to warm up. Now the reason that we make this relatively small is because when you get in there, and don't forget this is all covered up exactly the same as this, when you get in there, your body heat is going to dissipate. When it gets to the top, heat rises, it's just going to flow around again. And you are going to warm up all this area. And you are going to be as warm as toast. So then we have some blankets that we pop over top. So you don't have to be fussy. And you probably won't need many blankets on top of the bed because it's going to be extremely warm in there. But these are to hold the foil down and to get a little bit of insulation happening there. Right, let's chuck this one on here. Perfect, how's that? Wonderful. So then make sure you've got blankets that go all the way down. So you've got 3 layers the whole way around, okay? Now I do have more blankets and things here, but yeah, I think you are getting the idea. Well, I hope you're getting the idea anyway. Here's another little blanket here, little knee rug. We used to give our kids little knee rugs when they were here. They'd be cold. Doing their homework or whatever and then watching telly. See, like that. Right. Whatever you do, don't make it airtight or you won't be able to get fresh air. You'll be breathing in carbon dioxide and, well, it'll be lights out, all right? So very simple. You've got 3 layers there and that is going to be so warm. So then next thing to do is to get a pillow and climb in. Let's hop in here. Oh, holy dooly. So this being my entry and exit point, you're going to cover this as well. And you do, when you get out, you just come out through one side. Close it up, go and do what you've got to do, come back and hop in. All these areas here under the chairs, you can store water. And you will need water. So when you start thinking about it's coming on autumn, start preparing. Make sure you have cord for tying and lashing things. You need safety pins. You will need pegs. You will need these emergency blankets. And you'll need to practice as well. So get all these things, scissors, sticky tape, put them into a box. Know what you have in your house that you can use. This is extremely important. You could save a life. Now, if your feet get really, really cold, put on a pair of socks. Cut a piece of this foil off, a big square. Stick your foot in the centre of it, pull it up, and put another pair of socks over the top. Remember, you must have a layer between your foot, between your skin, and that foil. Now inside, you're going to be heating that area up just with your own body heat. So you are the generator of the heat and it's not going to go out through the top, all right? It won't disappear. You will be as snug as a bug in a rug. I have to get out of here before I die. It is really getting very warm. So there you go. If you like this, please pass it on. You could save a life. And please subscribe. I don't post crap. I only post something if it's important. So thumbs up. Thank you.